Let me ask you something. What if living longer had almost nothing to do with diet plans or workout routines? What if the real secret was letting go?
That's right. And this isn't just feel-good advice. A massive Harvard study followed more than 700 people for 85 years. Decades of real lives, real data.
And here's the surprising part. The healthiest, longest living people weren't the ones obsessing over kale or marathons. They were the ones who stopped stressing over things that didn't truly matter.
This is huge. Chronic stress alone raises heart disease risk by 40%. And adults over 60 who cling to unnecessary worries, their cortisol levels were 31% higher. That's the stress hormone that ages you from the inside out.
Exactly. Cortisol breaks down muscle, weakens immunity, even shrinks parts of the brain. And most of the stress fueling it, completely within our control.
Think about last week. How much of what you worried about actually mattered, and how much will matter 5 years from now?
Here's the hopeful part. Research shows that people who learn to release unnecessary concerns feel 23% happier in just 3 months. 3 months! That's science, not magic.
Netta, let's be honest. Letting go isn't easy. It takes awareness and practice. But when it happens, everything shifts. Sleep improves, blood pressure drops, relationships feel lighter.
And this is incredible. One study found that people over 60 who released one specific thing added an average of 7.5 years to their lives.
7.5 extra years just from letting go. Stay with us, because when we get to number 1, you'll want to take notes.
Before we start, let us know your age and where are you watching from in comments. And don't forget to subscribe our channel, Longevity Steps. All right, let's start with number 8, the idea that your house needs to be perfectly clean.
That's right. It sounds harmless, even responsible, but that constant push for spotless perfection, it quietly drains your energy and peace of mind.
Studies show something fascinating. People who describe their homes as cluttered feel stressed, but those who obsess over perfection feel even more stressed. Obsession is the real problem here.
Exactly. There's a big difference between a reasonably tidy home and chasing magazine-level perfection. One brings comfort, the other brings cortisol.
In fact, families who cared less about perfect housekeeping and more about enjoying their space reported nearly 50% higher daily happiness, more connection, less scrubbing things no one notices.
So here's the shift. Pick your non-negotiables. Maybe it's a clean kitchen or a made bed. Great. Focus there and let the rest slide more often.
Because let's be real, the dust on the ceiling fan isn't judging you. And if a guest is inspecting your baseboards, that's their issue, not yours.
Set a boundary. 30 minutes of cleaning max. When the timer ends, you stop. People who do this see a big drop in daily anxiety.
Your home should be a place of rest, not a second job. Now let's move to number 7, keeping up with technology and trends.
Yes, stop feeling like you need every new app, every update, every platform your grandchildren use.
Most older adults feel overwhelmed by tech, and for good reason. Those who selectively use technology report far more satisfaction.
You don't need TikTok. You don't need crypto. If your phone calls and texts, it's doing its job.
Focus on 2 or 3 tools that actually improve your life. That's where clarity and confidence comes from.
Ask yourself one question. Will this truly help me, or am I just trying to keep up?
If it's just pressure, skip it. Your time and energy are far too valuable.
And speaking of energy drains, let's move on to the next one.
All right, number 6, and this one hits close to home for a lot of people. Your physical appearance, aging, those wrinkles you've been taught to fight.
Yes, but here's the truth most people never hear. Those lines aren't flaws, they're proof. Every laugh line, every gray hair tells a story of a life actually lived.
And yet, billions are spent convincing you that looking your age is somehow a problem. The research tells a very different story.
One major study found that women who accepted their aging appearance had depression rates over 60% lower than those constantly trying to fight it. That's not cosmetic, that's life-changing.
Even more powerful, people who held positive views about aging lived an average of 7.5 years longer, just from their mindset.
Think about that. Your attitude towards your wrinkles may add years to your life. The stress of resisting aging is far more damaging than aging itself.
And here's something the beauty industry won't tell you. Naturally aged faces are seen as more trustworthy and approachable. Authenticity draws people in.
Try this simple practice. Each morning, look in the mirror and name one thing you appreciate. Your eyes, your hands, your strength. This alone can dramatically reduce appearance-related anxiety.
Your body has carried you through decades. It deserves gratitude, not criticism.
Now let's move to number 5, minor daily inconveniences.
The traffic jam, the slow cashier, the long wait. These seem small, but they add up fast.
People who react strongly to these daily hassles show much higher inflammation, which is tied to heart disease, dementia, even cancer.
One study found that getting upset over small things dramatically increased the risk of cognitive decline. The small stuff isn't small to your brain.
So pause and ask, will this matter in 5 years? If not, it doesn't deserve 5 minutes.
Practice the mental shrug. Rude stranger? Shrug. Wi-Fi goes out? Shrug. Plans ruined? Shrug.
Each time you don't react, you train your brain towards calm, and that calm lasts. Now we're at number 4, and this one can be heavy. Past mistakes, old regrets that still whisper your name.
You know the ones. The opportunity you missed, the relationship you wish you'd handled differently, the words you can't take back.
Here's the hard truth. Regret takes up space in your mind and gives nothing back. Studies show people who constantly replay past mistakes have much higher stress hormones and a far greater risk of depression and anxiety.
And neuroscience explains why it feels so real. When you relive a regret, your brain reacts as if it's happening right now. Same stress centers, same emotional pain.
So every replay is a re-injury.
But here's the good news, and this is powerful. When people reframe those moments as lessons instead of failures, the brain's stress response drops dramatically.
Because you're not the same person you were back then, judging your past self with today's wisdom isn't fair to either of you.
Try this. Write down your biggest regret. Then list 3 things it taught you and 1 way that lesson helped you shape your life. Even a small benefit counts.
People who do this consistently see their regret-based rumination cut in half within weeks. Your past shaped you, but it doesn't get to cage you.
Now let's move to number 3, needing to be right all the time. That urge to win every argument, it's exhausting, and it quietly damages relationships.
Research shows couples who prioritize being right over being connected are far less satisfied, and their blood pressure actually rises during conflict.
The shocker is the strongest predictor of long-term relationships isn't communication style, it's the ability to let go of winning. Even saying, you might be right, can keep bonds intact and bodies healthier. Arguments literally slow physical healing.
So pause and ask, what matters more right now, being right or being at peace?
Letting go doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise.
Now we're at number 2, what other people think of you.
That's right. The judgment you fear, most of the time, it's an illusion. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect.
Research shows we overestimate how much others notice us by 2 or 3 times. That awkward comment you made, forgotten. That outfit you questioned, unnoticed.
People are too busy worrying about their own lives to monitor yours.
But here's the cost. People who constantly worry about others' opinions have dramatically higher anxiety and burn enormous mental energy doing it.
And by the time most people reach their 60s, they care even less than you think. Health, family, and their own future take up nearly all their attention.
The way out is something researchers call authentic living, making choices based on your values, not social expectations.
Start small, wear what you like, say no without over-explaining, share your real opinion when it's asked for.
Each honest choice loosens the grip of imagined judgment. But nothing we've covered compares to number 1. This is the one that changes everything.
That draining family member, the friend who only calls when they need something, the person who leaves you tense every time you interact. These relationships don't just hurt emotionally, they shorten your life. Decades of research show relationship quality is the strongest predictor of health and longevity.
Your body keeps score. Every stressful interaction adds to the bill.
The solution isn't always dramatic cutoffs. Start with boundaries, reduce contact, share less, shorten conversations.
And when distance isn't possible, practice emotional detachment, seeing hurtful words as information about them, not you.
Letting go of harmful relationships isn't selfish.
It's necessary for your health, your peace, and your life.
So there it is. 8 things to stop caring about if you want a longer, healthier, happier life after 60.
From the small stuff like a messy house or keeping up with trends to the big stuff like toxic relationships and other people's opinions.
And this isn't guesswork. Every single one of these is backed by real science, real research, real lives.
The common thread is simple but powerful. Your energy is finite, your time is precious, and you get to decide what deserves your attention.
The studies are clear. People who master the art of letting go live longer, feel better, and enjoy deeper relationships.
So start today. Just one thing. Pick one item from this list and consciously release it.
Notice how it feels when that weight lifts. Pay attention to the energy that comes back to you.
Then, when you're ready, move on to the next one, because within a few months, you won't be the same person.
You'll be lighter, calmer, happier.
And remember that Harvard study we talked about at the beginning? The people who lived the longest learned this exact lesson.
They stopped wasting energy on what didn't matter, so they had more to give to what did.
That can be you too.
Now we want to hear from you. What's one thing not on this list that you finally let go of after turning 60?
And which of these 8 are you ready to stop caring about now?
Share your experience in the comments. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs today.
And before you go, here's something important.
Many people believe that feeling weaker, foggier, or more limited is just a normal part of getting older.
But that's not always true. In our next video, we break down 6 common aging problems that are often preventable.
It's called These 6 Normal Aging Problems Are Actually Preventable.
If today's video made you rethink what's worth your energy, that one will completely change how you think about aging itself.
You'll see it on the screen now. Just tap and keep going. Thanks for spending this time with us. We truly love hearing from you.